Hello, this is Alpine Comics. I'm making another Action PC Comics video, Action PC football video, and I've been looking online, and a lot of people seem to be giving up the game and going to the other football game that's American Football Pro. I don't know, Al and Retro Sports are teaming up to do something. So I don't know who's going to be playing this. I miss watching online games. So today I'm talking to you. I'm going to talk about some basic things. I'm going to talk today about the I formation. I've been playing some more modern teams. They play the I formation. And in your modern teams, your fullbacks like Lorenzo Neal, the Chargers, or the Cowboys, they're a great fullback. The 90s Cowboys, what was his name? Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman, and I can't figure the dang fullback. Well, his fullback, they were like 7-2s. So you have really good blockers as your lead blocker here. So basically, the focal point is your back in the backfield. You can get good runs with the fullback, but I think it's, the halfback is the main back. Now, what I want to talk about, I was running some I formations, and the passing game wasn't working like when I ran split backs with the 60s and 70s team. And I finally figured out, let's look at the cursor here. You got your fullback and you got your halfback. Okay, now let's go to split backs real quick. I really hate how they do that. Okay, look at them. They're more in a split back formation. It's easier for the backs to get out on a pass. So in an I formation, as a defensive coordinator, you should think my linebacker can take a couple steps in, my other outside linebacker can take a couple steps in, and so can my two safeties. Because I know my linebacker should be able to get the corner because he's in the middle of the field. So I can pack the middle. You have to think my defense, the two outside linebackers and the two safeties can take a step or two inside. You've got to shut off the inside box. This is the power from tackle to tackle and, of course, the tight end. So what I learned to do, what you need to do in a passing formation, when I'm in an I, now I know somebody will say, well, I threw a slant and it worked perfectly. I'm not saying it won't work. If you've got a 7 receiver on a 4 cornerback, it's probably going to work. But what I do in I formation passing, I try to stay outside the hash marks with my passes. I want to run hitches, I want to run outs, and I want to run a fly. I want to stay on the end because I know the middle's packed more. So so it's easier, sorry about that, it's easier for the defense to cover the middle because they don't have to spread out to cover the backs. So when I'm in an I formation, whether I'm going to play action or whether I'm going to run, I'm going to try to throw outside the hash marks. I feel that's where I have my best ability to be successful in my passing game. Now, I also want to mention something about split backs I've learned about. On your dive plays, you need to watch it, but Henry Jordan's a better, Dave Hanner's a better run block. So we're going to move the tight end. So what this does is that usually the center will block down the opposite direction. So you're going to get a double team on a defensive tackle on your dive. Now it doesn't happen all the time, but when I get a good running play, the center blocks down on the defensive tackle opposite of the tight end. So if he's the best run stopper and I want to double team on him, of course I have to flip the tight end. So on your dive plays, watch your center and watch your tight end. And when you get the big plays in the middle, the center will usually down block on the defensive tackle opposite the tight end. That way you can put a double team on your best inside tackle. All right, we're going to go back to the I formation. Try it out. It works for me. Okay. So I'm going to put a run play in. I'm going to go Pittman, off tackle right. All right. Defensively, I played my style of defense, and this is the 2002 Buccaneers, and this is the 1961 Packers. And I'm going to tell you, so I'm going to go over the Packers secondary because it's quite confusing. All right. So in 1959, when Vince Lombardi came, Quinlan was your right end, right defensive tackle was Jordan, left defensive tackle was Hanner, and yes, there was an 87, but that was Nate Borden. And then the Forrester, Nitschke, or Bettis, or this is Bettis because it's 61, and Curry. That's all the same. Now, in 1959, you had your right corner was Jesse Whittington. Your free safety was Bobby Dillon. It was Willie Wood. Your strong safety was Emlyn Tennell. And your left cornerback, at the beginning of the season, it was Bobby Freeman. That's another trade Lombardi made with Cleveland. Didn't work out. That's why you never hear of Bobby Freeman. Halfway through the season, they replaced him with Hank Grimminger. In 1960, the first championship year, Willie Davis is now at left defensive end. He was acquired in a trade after the season, so he went through the whole preseason and got acclimated. The linebackers were the same. Whittington was your right cornerback. But Bobby Dillon retired. Johnny Simak was your free safety. Emlyn Tennell was your strong safety. And left cornerback was Hank Grimminger. Okay? 61 comes around. These guys, the defensive backfield, had two names. They were called the Caxton Jammer Kids or Heckers Wreckers. Same thing. Whittington is the right cornerback, but in 61, Willie Wood replaces Johnny Simak because he has more speed. Simak goes over to the strong safety spot, and the left corner is Grimminger. And of course, in 62, Lombardi needed to get Herb Adderley on the field. Adderley goes to right corner, and he upgrades to Hank Grimminger at strong safety from Johnny Simak because in 61, the second game against the Bears, Ditka tore up the Packers for like 10 catches and 3 touchdowns, and they almost lost. And Lombardi's like, we got to get bigger at strong safety. So that's the alteration. This is 1961. Now, this formation is an I formation. When I see I formation, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my defensive line in because I've got to take away the box. I know my linebackers can get outside because they're not a quick pitch, okay? I can get to the corners quick with my linebackers. I need to take tackle to tackle away in an I formation. Now, we're going to go over here, and I'm going to go off tackle right because basically I'm worried about the box. taking away the power of their box. Okay, and then I'm going to talk about something. Now, as a defensive coordinator, I know an I formation. I play it is, I've got to be aware of the outside passes outside the hash marks. So what you can do with this is you come down here. See where my click is? Okay, that's saying I'm going to play the out. But look at the man. I have to go to, where's my thing? See the man box? I'm on the man box there. You can see it. Watch what happens when I click it. I click, now they're playing the outs. Okay? That's just how it works on the defensive system. So I'm playing the outs because I know that. Now, of course, that's going to make you susceptible to the slants and the crosses. So you can't do it all the time. But on certain situations where you know it's a pass and he's still in I formation, do it. So I'm going to push run. We're going to watch the play. And a penalty. You got to be kidding me. I'm sorry. Okay, we're going to try this again. All right. What do you get? You got 3 yards. That's acceptable. So that's what I do. I've had to change. When I started playing new teams, I had to make adjustments on the I formation. So that's what I do. So, I'm going to tell you, Action PC football, a lot of people get discouraged because it's really, really tough to play defense on this game. If you can learn the defense, it's going to help your all-around play. So keep working at it. Even I lose games. But keep making your adjustments and refining your strategy on offense and defense so you can win the championship. Or kick your friend's butt online if you play online. But that's all I got. I hope that helps somebody. And I hope there's people out there that still plays the game. Take it easy. Ciao.